Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1964 Olympia SM7 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and considered one of the best typewriters of all time. Also known as the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters, along with the other SM series. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And this one has a brand new platen installed. This is the left margin. Set that on 0 and the right one around 75. It's about the length of a page, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back like a switchblade and extends. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single. But if you want 1.5, just flip that switch down. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. One of the best of all time. Feels just like an SM9, just different. Print looks perfect. Pica number 97. Prints 10 characters per inch. Beautiful print. Excellent condition typewriter. And I'm going to show you how to draw a line. I usually don't do this because I always forget, but we're going to do that real quick by putting the hole on the paper card holder. Get a pen and let's get a close-up. There's a hole on both sides of the card holder, which is this clear plastic, and you just put the pen right in that hole in the notch like that, and then the carriage release with my right hand. I'm going to just move the carriage all the way to where until I want to stop, and it draws a straight line, a very clean straight line. And you get better at it, obviously, because I got a camera in one hand and whatnot, but that line looks really good. That's what that's for. That's what those notches are for on both sides right here and right there, and it gives you a notch in that metal piece behind it. So that's what those lines are for in the card holder, to draw lines. A lot of people like to draw lines with the underscore, but it's never, I'll draw a line with the underscore too to show you what that looks like. It's never clean. It's always looks segmented, or just kind of off. So you can look at the difference between the two lines. One looks clean, the other one looks not so clean. So that's why they put those in there. A lot of typewriters have that capability, but you might go unnoticed if you don't read the manual. So to pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Just flip it forward. It unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or card stock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. It's already there. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It doesn't allow you to get past that in type all the way to the end. This button right here, if you lift it up, it will lock the carriage when you move it to the middle, and also locks the keys. To unlock it, just lift that down. Will unlock that lock. This is your touch control. There's a minus sign and a plus sign. The farther down you go to the plus sign, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys a little bit harder for them to print, but they respond faster. So you just want to play with that to gauge what your preference is. I always like to keep it on low. I'm not a writer. A lot of people leave comments on my videos saying, how are you not a touch typer? Well, I'm not a writer. I'm just a tech, and I'm a hunt and peck typer. I've always been that my whole life. I'm not a writer, so I just type one sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That's the only sentence I ever type on a typewriter. Okay. Tab button. This is your tab on the right. Right now we have tabs set on 10 space intervals. So we're going to clear all of them by hitting this lever here, push it to the front, it clears all tabs. So now we shouldn't have any. But to set a tab, you just hit the set button on the right side of the spacebar, and the carriage will stop at that spot when you hit the tab button. To clear that specific tab, hit the clear button on the left side of the spacebar. But I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So I set one right there. Set as many tabs as you want on this model. Backspace on the right side, very smooth. This whole typewriter is in excellent condition. It's absolutely beautiful. Brand new platen, beautiful print. The hood, so on an SM9, the hood will actually like swing up, but this one just comes completely off. It's pretty close to an SM9. This is the precursor to the SM9. A little bit different of a shell, but the mechanism is pretty close. All the brand new ribbons load on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch a direction, you just swap this ribbon guide here to the opposite direction. It'll pull to the opposite direction, and that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon, pull it to the middle, and then reverse it to that side indefinitely until the ribbon goes dry or until the end of time, whichever comes first. You never know when it comes to these typewriters. And this just kind of links back to the back. It's got these two hooks, or these two segments there that just kind of latch on to the back side and just snaps back down like that, nice and tight. On the right side of the carriage is a carriage release. This has carriage releases on both sides, absolutely smooth as you can get. I would say that this typewriter is in near mint condition, but I don't usually like to use words like that, because if there's a speck of dust on this and somebody buys it and they're like, that's not near mint, but it is in excellent condition. And this is your paper support arm, very good. And this button, if you push it in, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept. If you pull out the knob on the left, it disables the spacing. Push it in, you get the clicks. And if you push the line space selector all the way back, it does the same thing. 3 options to do that. I don't know why, a little bit overabundance. But once you do that, you lose your line forever. So I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you absolutely have to. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.